referring it. And so many people were referring Tamil Nadu history books also. Maybe for understanding sake, you can use Tamil Nadu history books. And for mains, I think it will be very helpful. But I think it is like supplementary to NCRTs and old NCRTs. So you can't skip old NCRTs and go to Tamil Nadu books. So if you want to read Tamil Nadu books and enrich your content, you should finish NCRTs and then move on to that.
And working, college aspirants, most of students from college, CG person, so நிறைய engineering students இருக்காங்க, final year students இருக்காங்க. அந்த college aspirants வந்து எப்படி இதை மேனேஜ் பண்றது, அது வந்து ஒரு இதுவா கேட்டிருக்காங்க. அப்போ இந்த லியோ கிளப் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க, ஜிசிடி காலேஜ் எல்லாமே. ஸோ அவங்க என்ன நிறைய டவுட் என்னன்னா ரிப்பீட்டா வந்துட்டுன்னா இந்த காலேஜ் ஆஸ்பிரன்ஸ் வந்து எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்றது ப்ரிப்பரேஷனை, அது ஒரு கொஸ்டின்.
Exactly. During college time, we can't sit and study full focusly. That too, in engineering, we used to have big projects and exams also. So in college time, what you can do is you can start reading newspaper and you can start reading your NCRT. At this is more than enough. If you want to do something more than this, maybe you can take your spectrum book or polity book, but more than this is not necessary. Like once you come out of college and you give 1 year of proper coaching, that is more than enough. In college, you just try to start Hindu newspaper and NCRT. That is more than enough.
How to integrate prelims and mains preparation?
Okay. Okay. So in my first attempt, I had made this mistake. Like I had completely ignored my mains. I did not prepare for my mains at all. And only after results came, I had to struggle so hard. I had to figure out how to write each and every paper and how to approach option and so on. So, but aspirants who are starting and new, you can always decide and plan your mains preparation. For mains preparation, the content is not completely different from prelims. Whatever you are preparing for prelims, that only will be useful for your mains. For example, in GS1, the syllabus is such that it will cover your history, geography portions, whatever you have studied for prelims. So the whatever you study for prelims is in prelims they'll ask you as a fact mode. In mains it's a descriptive mode. So take it like you have finished your prelims portions, you have cleared your prelims. So now you're sitting for your mains. How you would write is that whatever topic you had prepared for prelims, now you will prepare it in a mains perspective. In that you will try to remember 1 to 5 points from a particular topic, but not more than 5 points. Just mark only 5 points in a particular topic. For example, if there is any question on like Indian National Congress, in prelims we'll know the facts, like it was started in 1885, the first session was headed by this person, second session, last session. So we know the facts in prelims, and if they show in the question paper, we can recollect it. But the problem in mains is that we don't prepare it beforehand. We don't prepare the descriptive part, the statements beforehand. So what I try to tell the aspirants is that take any topic from the syllabus, like be parliament, be judiciary, anything. You keep 5 points ready in that particular topic. For example, judiciary, you should election commission, you should remember the article and you should remember the part of the constitution, so that you can write an introduction. You should remember 5 issues about that, 5 points as advantages, 5 disadvantages. So all these you prepare, you do it in the preparation part, and you don't think it in the exam hall. So the same content, what you just read for facts, now you try to read it as descriptive portion. You try to mark 1 2 3 4 5 points in the book itself, like in your own preparation book, and you try to identify which part can be used as introduction, which part can be used as conclusion, and you also try to understand the pros and cons, and that you that knowledge you use it in your mains. Apart from that, you can also add the current affairs. Like I told, you read newspaper with your syllabus, so from that syllabus only they'll be asking mains question. So that current affairs which you read with your syllabus, you can use it for your mains answer writing. And apart from these, only for GS2 there will be some things extra to prepare from your polity book, and for that you will have to collect a particular material, few materials for that particular topics in GS2. And for GS ethics also, you will have to prepare some content on the topics in the syllabus. So this is how you prepare differently for mains, but the same content. and somebody has been asking about my interview so many times. So in my first interview, I got 160 marks. In my second interview, I got 185 marks. So and the thing is, in my first interview, I was very nervous, and since I was a first attempter, they had asked me like really simple questions. Like it was not discussion type of questions, but just Q&A type of question. They asked me who's the senior most bureaucrat in the country, then when was this first formed, like that. So it was a very question and answer format kind of interview, and I did not get a chance to talk about current affairs or discuss about my passions or interests because I was so nervous and the panel was also quite tired. So I didn't get a chance to freely express myself or like talk confidently in interview. So in my second attempt, I made a decision that we should not be nervous and we should strictly limit studying too much and then like practice on other things like communication skills and confidence and all that. I remember in my first interview, I was like constantly studying. I took all my optional books, I took all my mains books, and I kept on studying because I was thinking like if they ask something and if I say no, that will be a big problem. But you can definitely say no. In my second interview, I had told no to a lot. I think I don't know to a lot of questions, and I still was able to get a good amount of marks because I was comfortable, I was confident, I was relaxed, and I was able to deliver it well. So for interview, that was my takeaway. Like don't be nervous, give your best, but be calm and composed. Current
Mains.
current
Yes, yes.
affairs timeline somebody has asked. So if you're going to give 2023 prelims, you just start from 2022's January. That is like more than enough. You don't have to go beyond that. January to December, one full month, and then you have your prelims in May or June. So that first 4 months or 5 months, that current affairs is enough. Focus on the current affairs of 2023 and like the later half of 2022. That would be useful.
Optional strategy, optional
Options,
preparation.
yes. Yes, sir. So I had picked up sociology because once I saw the syllabus, I felt like it was quite easy for me to cover compared to other optional subjects. So for options, I advise you people to select the optional which you like and then which is easy for you to cover, which you feel it is easy for you to cover. Don't go for bulky optionals. Go for optionals for which guidance is already there, material is clear cut, question papers you have to check out, last 3 years question paper you have to check out and see the level of difficulty. So for sociology, I had initially taken few classes in Anam, and after that I resorted to self study, and I had put a test series in Shankar IAS Academy. So this test series was like useful for me. Other than that, I had for sociology there are few books only, like compared to other optionals. There is Essential Sociology by Nitin Sangwan and Harlem Bose. These two books only I referred. And apart from that, Indira Gandhi National Open University sociology and notes are there. So they are very good. And apart from that, sociology is mostly your answer writing. Sociology portions is easy to cover, but answer writing is very difficult in sociology. So that aspect of you need to focus more on sociology answer writing.
How to cover mains portions before the day of exam, during the exam. அது ஒரு கேள்வியே கேட்டிருக்காங்க. After prelims. Actually, some of your students are also appearing for mains this time. அவங்களும் இங்க இருக்காங்க.
Okay,
So
sir.
in the short durationல எப்படி prelims, post prelims result, mainsக்கு முன்னாடி how to cover for mains, அது ஒரு டவுட்டா கேட்டிருக்காங்க.
The first thing is for mains to cover portions means to cover the syllabus, like whatever topics are there in syllabus, you should have at least 10 points to write on that. So you can prepare beforehand, like before going to exam hall you can prepare, because in syllabus there are 20 points, and based on the 20 points only they are going to ask you 20 questions, and then the 20 questions may be based on the static knowledge or maybe based on the current ongoing affairs like current affairs. So if there is in international relations, India and its neighbors, so now there's an issue going in Sri Lanka, so they may ask questions like related into what is India's stand on ongoing constitutional crisis in Sri Lanka. So you can like prepare beforehand. So international relations means you can predict also. To an extent, you can predict what would be the questions, expected questions. So if there's any science and technology question also, like recently NASA has released few photos from James Webb Telescope. So that also you can like prepare few material based on your syllabus. So syllabus and syllabus is static, you have to prepare. Syllabus static, you have to prepare at least 10 points, and based on that syllabus you have to cover the current affairs. And it is like very difficult for you to finish the portions in GS3. But what you can do is that you can prepare some content from your side. And when it comes to current affairs, we all used to prepare the Vision IAS Mains 365 mock book, but it's very bulky and it's like very difficult to cover. Just take what you feel is important and what you feel that you will write in the answer paper. Only that content you take. Don't memorize everything. Just take any this is one tip I can give you. Like, don't prepare more than 15 reports or anything. Prepare only 15 reports and write only that 15 reports in all the answer paper. If you like climate justice report has told this statement, memorize it, use it for all your papers or something. I used to prepare something on like agricultural census may 10.5 percentage farmers only had Kisan credit card. So I prepared it. I used it for GS3. I used it for my essay and all that. So take facts, but don't take so many facts. Prepare only that fact which you will be writing in your mains exam paper.
Beginners, any suggestion, the book list and the Mary for beginners who are starting at the initial stage?
I have shared my complete book list in my YouTube channel. Like if you just search ISHWARYA Ramanathan IAS and like prelims book list, you can find it. Like every books I have shared, and along with it, like what all I studied in that book I have shared. Like
Essay preparation.
Essay you don't have to prepare separately. Like don't have to make content separately. Like whatever you are studying for your GS3 and whatever you're studying for GS2, that is the like backbone of your essay. But apart from it, like one pro tip is that you can take Kurukshetra Yojana and see how they have structured their articles, how they have written their introduction, how they have started the issues, and how they have ended up with the conclusion, what all reports they have used, and what all examples they have cited. So you take 5 major themes like women development, education, agriculture, then urban development. So these 5 topics are something you take and you prepare an essay. Like not prepare means like take the notes from it, take the introduction and facts from it. But the problem right now is that UPSC has stopped asking essays like directly, like what is the status of women and child development is this, how do you improve this. UPSC has stopped asking questions like that. It is like asking more philosophical kind of questions, like brevity is the art of soul, so what do you infer from it. So people will be there, we don't know what is brevity, we don't know what is that particular word. So it is becoming more and more difficult to write essay. In such cases, always go for the most easiest topic. And whenever you get any philosophical essay, try to interpret it with any of the syllabus in our PDF, and then you try to make it look like a technical essay. Even if it is philosophical essay with no particular content, you can still bring in some content, like you can talk about historical origin, you can talk about present scientific developments, you can talk about the political structure. You can somehow try and connect it to the content which you already know.
Okay, well, what strategy to make for mains notes making? Mains notes making.
Yeah, sir. So for mains note making, like I told, you have to take your syllabus, and for GS1, everything is already there for you, history and geography. When it comes to GS2 also, polity is there. And then more than that, I had referred a Karthikeyan sir's book, ethics, no, Karthikeyan sir's book, Governance and Beyond, there is one book. So I'll share the name of the book afterwards in the chat. So that book I had prepared for governance. So in that book is like a guide, like every part of syllabus you have some content. So I used to read that for citizens charter, right to information, whatever it is. So I prepared it from Karthikeyan sir's book. That was very, very useful. And I underlined, like I told before, I have underlined 5 points, 10 points in that and used it in my answer writing. For GS3, it is current affairs. I used Vision IAS Mains 365 module. For GS4, I had prepared the topic and then definition, and then I practiced different styles of case study writing. And for essay, like I told, I had used all these things which I prepared in this, but then structurized it in the way Yojana and Kurukshetra magazines are based on. And then when it is philosophical questions, I tried to make it theoretical. Notes making, you take 4 notes, 480 pages note, put GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. GS1, you try and make whatever you feel like you can use it as introduction, you write it and keep down. But don't make too much notes. Just take the syllabus of each GS in the notebooks, and then you like whatever you see from the newspaper, if it is relevant to the particular topic and syllabus, you turn the page and you write, okay, this I've seen in newspaper. For example, when I gave my mains, the right to privacy and LGBT issue was a huge issue, and I had like noted down a point which was said by one judge in Supreme Court, like I am who I am, take me as I am, like that. It's a quote by a philosopher called Wolfgang Goethe. So I had taken that word, I had underlined that, I wrote it in my GS notes, like, okay, we can use it if there is any question, if any question is going to come about Supreme Court verdicts or a right to privacy or LGBT verdict, I will write this. So there was like one such question related to it, I used it. So it can be like a good point for you to add on points. So my point is, you may take 4 notes, stick the syllabus in the first page, read newspaper, read your static, whatever is relevant to that syllabus, you note it down and then you reproduce it in your test series. Your online resources to study, like I told, I followed EPW for sociology, and then Civils Daily, one website is there where they post burning issues of like recent current affairs. So that website I followed. Other than that, Vision IAS current affairs booklet I followed. And then Rajya Sabha debates, like on few important topics, like which your sure shot would be asked in mains. So that one.
நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து இந்த ரூரல் தமிழ் பேக்ரவுண்ட்ல இருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க. So they find it difficult to understand questions in UPSC question paper. Certain vocabularies they find it difficult to understand. How to overcome that? How to improve? And அது வந்து ரிப்பீட்டடா கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Yeah, the thing is that inevitably the question paper is in English only, and if not, it will be in Hindi. So what you have to do is you have to somehow prepare, you have to practice yourself for the question paper that day. And if you practice enough, like if you read newspaper and if you practice enough, you will be able to answer at least like 80% of the questions. Only where like very few questions where the vocabulary is too difficult and you're not able to figure out, 80% aspirants in India or like 90% will not figure out what they're trying to ask in that question. So that is inevitable. Like if they ask like really complex term, we won't be able to figure out. You should not panic at that time because nobody else will be able to figure out. It is the same time. But at the same time, for people from Tamil Nadu or from Tamil medium, like if you have selected UPSC and because if we write in UPSC question paper is in English and you will have to write it in English, or if you have opted for English. So the thing is, you will have to practice it. You will have to take the previous year question papers. You will have to accustom yourself with the question paper and try and understand and see. So practice is the key here.
Ethics strategy. How to prepare for ethics? What are the strategies to be followed?
For ethics only, like I had taken the different terms like integrity, patience, all these terms I had taken. I had prepared a definition like what is integrity, what is punctuality, or whatever the term is. I had prepared 2-3 lines definition, and I had made some examples also out of it. And most of the questions was like application of mind. So in that place I used to think and write answers. Apart from that, you can try and figure out some some notes for ethics, and then you can practice that also. But for me, most of the time I tried adding value in the case studies of the ethics question paper. Like if there's any ethics question asking us to select different courses of action, I used to put one course of action number 2, course of action number 3, pros and cons, then selected course of action, why selected course of action, like that. So that one case studies I tried different types of case study.
In the recent years, CSAT progressively becoming very tough. Like in the present 2022 or even 2021. So, what is the strategy for CSAT? In CSAT, what is the strategy to be followed for aptitude, reasoning, and comprehension? And the moon area, CSAT, majority of the people securing the marks in GS, but CSAT recent. So, the CSAT was much issue of
CSAT is like becoming one of the most difficult paper, and you will have to practice CSAT at least like from the if not from the starting of your preparation cycle, but at least from the middle of your preparation cycle, you should be starting to practice CSAT in the sense like take your own old CSAT books like R.S. Agarwal books, whatever books you have for CSAT, you take it, you'll have to practice it. If you don't understand, you can watch videos on different problems, but never take CSAT lightly. And before you go to your exam, you should give at least minimum 5 to 7 test series of CSAT, and you have to see like whether you're able to finish the given number of questions in 2 hours, whether you're able to cross that 66 mark. So you will have to practice a lot before going to the actual exam. So if you don't practice CSAT, you are like definite to lose marks in CSAT, like 1 or 2 marks below the cutoff. So you will have to practice CSAT. You will have to take any one book, which is R.S. Agarwal is one good book for aptitude. And then if you find yourself very weak, you should also take classes for CSAT, and you should never take it lightly, because UPSC is trying to filter out candidates mainly in CSAT. There are so many people who had cleared GS1 who couldn't clear GS2 because they did not practice CSAT. So in my first attempt, I made the mistake of not practicing CSAT, and I had a very, very tough time in exam hall, and I came back crying out. I don't know whether I would pass or not, but luckily I passed. Then second attempt, I focused on CSAT. I practiced. I noted down all the formulas. I practiced. I memorized the formulas. So give the equal amount of respect to CSAT, give the equal amount of effort that you give to paper 1 to CSAT also.
What is the plan for current affairs revision? Because after during the examination period, we will be coming up with nearly some 10 to 15 magazines, monthly magazines. So what is the plan for current affairs revision?
So for current affairs, everyone should stick with only one magazine. Like don't go for two institute, 3 institute together. It is all the same content everywhere. So monthly you read newspaper. At the end of the month, you can read one magazine, any current affairs magazine. While what I used to do is when prelims exam was near, I used to prepare from Vision IAS PT 365 subject specific magazines. So like that, you can take any one particular magazine and revise. You read the newspaper throughout the month. At the end of the month, you read one monthly magazine. And when the exam comes, you go to the subject specific current affairs magazine.
Again, same questions only they're asking, but different question.
I think I have time till 7 o'clock, sir. Like,
yeah, sure. And இந்த repeated question கேட்டிருக்காங்கன்னா அந்த எப்படி அந்த how to balance the preparation of GS and optional and how to start again the same question தான் UPSC strategy for the beginners அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இந்த optional and GS மட்டும், because something that optional first முடிச்சிட்டு அப்புறம் then you have to start GS, and some things that the GS first complete பண்ணி then optional. So what is the best strategy?
So in my case, my option was like relatively easy compared to other options like geography and all. So what I will say is that both are equally important. Your optional is scoring, though your optional is scoring, But in GS, the cumulative total is very important. Like you should score more than 100. Only then you can get it in the top list and all. So you should give equal attention to all the papers. So the one thing, if you note about toppers, is that they give their best in all the papers. GS 1, 2, 3, ethics, essay, optional. They won't leave any single paper. So timing, I would say that every day you should prepare mains, and then like if you're giving 4 hours 6 hours for main, give 2 hours for your optional paper. Like try to balance whatever GS you're reading, GS2 you're reading that day, balance it with 2 hours of optional that day. In my first attempt, I found myself reading optional the entire day, options the entire day, and then like in the week giving only 2 days for mains. But you should not do that. You give whatever you're studying, divide it into half of, give the time half. Otherwise 3/4 of your time to GS and 1/4 of your time to optional, and then reverse it when it comes to weekend. Like that, you'll have to simultaneously manage it, and it is very very important for you to take all the papers seriously. Ethics also, essay also, every paper you just prepare your content and give your best, and never ever leave out any portions from the syllabus. You should have to complete it fully.
What motivates you during your preparation? Motivating factor கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Motivation,
எப்படி how to bounce back from failure and இதுதான்.
So for everyone, Labasna is a very big motivation, like to go to Labasna and to be in Labasna and all that. But we come to know about Labasna only during preparation. So before that, for everyone, IAS agno, collector agno, that would be the motivation. And mine also, like I didn't have any other job. I started this preparation, so I thought that I should give my best. I should give my 100% and like become one. And in that year I never got distracted. I didn't like deviate from my studies. Like the entire 1 year I stayed in Chennai and tried to make full hard work and best out of it. After like when I figured out Labasna and all that, I used Labasna for my motivation. Like this might sound very silly, but I had Labasna as my wallpaper and the academy tone as my alarm tone and all. So I used to tell people in academy that this director's building was my wallpaper and all. So you can find your own motivation in that.
Hobbies in DAF.
Yeah. So at first, sir, I didn't have any hobbies at all. Like while I was giving my first attempt, so I gave something like listening to music and something else I gave. But I'm actually trying to cultivate some hobbies like book reading and like working out and all. So, but be honest in your DAF, like whatever you feel like is like near to your hobby, you write. For boys, if you have sports or something, you write. Like watching sports also you can write. Like if you have your interest in that, you write. And for girls, like whatever, in my second attempt I had put like watching movies and watching some Asian dramas and all that. So maybe some questions they'll ask out of it, and it was true also. So be very honest in that. And my hobbies, I just put that only, like listening to music.
Whether handwriting is very important in mains or
handwriting is important, but I won't say very important, because I have seen many toppers with bad handwriting. But I think it is the duty of the candidate to make your paper legible for the evaluator to correct, because it is for your own good. If your handwriting is good, if your presentation is good, you can score good marks. If your handwriting is bad, it will be a disadvantage for you. So as far as like if you have a good handwriting, if you can manage it, you should go for it. But if you feel like your handwriting is not good enough, try to do it, but don't take too much stress into it, because I have seen rank 2, rank 3 having bad handwritings. So you don't have to stress upon that.
Okay. How do you feel after getting IAS? Are you satisfied now, ma'am? நீங்களே ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க.
Yes, sir, I'm quite satisfied. Like I'm looking forward to what all I can do in my postings actually. Like I'm so happy that I got Tamil Nadu cadre, so that it is like actually very good, like the place where I was brought up. So I'm like waiting for like doing something important and something good for the people. And it's a very challenging career also. You don't know what will happen next, and you don't know where you will be in the next 3 years or 5 years or whatever. So it's very nice in that.
See, listen, IAS, achieving IAS is not a destiny. It is a part in your journey. Again, இன்னும் உங்களுக்கு போயிட்டே தான் இருக்கும். பார்த்துட்டு தானே இருப்பீங்க. அது வந்து ஒரு முக்கியமான டெஸ்டினேஷன் ரீச் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அகைன் ஜேர்னி ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ்.
Now only it has started.
Started. நியூ சாப்டர் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. Okay, any other question? Again, repeated தான் வந்திருக்கு. What is your advice for the aspirants?
Advice for the aspirant is that like give the best, like do hard work without any doubts, like keep on doing hard work. When I prepared, I had lot of doubts, like so many people are appearing and competition is very high and all. I did not go to Delhi at all to see the real intensity of the competition. Actually, I heard that people in Karol Bagh and ORN used to stay all night and study, and all night shops used to be open and everything used to be there. Aspirants will be sitting and discussing. So we were in Chennai, we were like protected away from all those pressures and all that. But the reality is that like when you are like feeling like not studying, or you feel like opting out, there will be one more aspirant who's putting double the effort, who's like working more harder than you. So I always used to one of my motivational quote was like, be the hardest worker in the room. So I believed only in hard work, like hard work. And when I always be positive to feedback, when when sir says that improve your your language is not good, your answer writing is not good, you take it calmly, because when everyone started, they started from the lower level only, and slowly they took these feedbacks and they sat and analyzed, and then they worked upon it. Nobody started with like, I will write and I'll become topper. So everyone started from the base. So be open to feedbacks, be open to negative comments, because negative comments are more important for you, because no, they are giving you advice free out of cost, like your answer writing is not good, your handwriting is not good, take it and then you work upon it. So that is very important. During my mock interviews, I had a lot of experiences where they used to tell me this, that I used to cry in the evening, but then I used to write down the points, okay, what all can be improved, like that. So always be with the learning attitude, shed aside your ego and try to get whatever your staff is giving, whatever your senior is giving, and then keep on working hard. And if you really want it, if you want it, the motivation will come from you inside. You won't be searching for motivation outside, or you won't be having the time to search for random things and all. So if you're motivated, you will sit down and you will keep on studying. So hard work is the best course. And believe it or not, like if you put hard work, whatever you have put in, you will get it at the end of the day.
Very good, Ishwarya. Yes, you're right actually. And again, repeated same doubts na வந்துட்டு இருக்குங்க எல்லாம். ஆக்சுவலா நீங்க அட்ரஸ் பண்ணது தான் எல்லாமே. And second attempt, what are the things you have learned from the first attempt for your second attempt? அது மட்டும் அந்த improvisation.
In my first attempt mains, my answer was not at all structured. So whatever question is there, I did not know about structuring at all in my first attempt. So in paras I used to write, and I didn't know how to improve content in my mains answer writing in first attempt. So I did not write any facts, committee reports or anything. I was like very much in a hurry. I did not prepare very good and all. So whatever I studied in prelims, I just randomly written like how we used to write in school or colleges only. But in my second attempt, I sat down and I saw all the toppers answer paper. I downloaded answer papers from Vision IAS website, and I followed there were so many answer writing styles. For example, that year Mr. Anudeep Durisheti was the topper, and he had an answer writing where he used to write it in points, floating points and all that. But my answer writing is that I have to say something in para only, then I can say something. And I saw so many of my friends blindly following Mr. Durisheti's style, because he was rank 1 and of course like it, but it was not suiting me. But then I was checking other toppers. I saw one more topper like rank 4, Shreyas Iyer, Shreyas Kapoor or somebody. his answer writing was like he had points but in para, 2 lines, 3 lines and all. So I found that style to be very suited to my style. So I took it, I changed it for my writing style. So with that, what I came up with that is that introduction should always be 3 or 4 lines or 5 lines at max. And introduction should always have something substantial, not saying what is there in the question again, but some point, substantial point. And then content may 10 points you can make to address whatever they have asked in the question. 10 mark means the initial first page 5 points, next page 5 points, then completing with conclusion of 3 lines or 4 lines max, and conclusion also with some committee recommendation or something, some point value should be there. And it means your answer word limit is very, very important. Like if there is a word limit, you should stick to that word limit. You should not move beyond that. We would have heard in Tamil Nadu exams that they correct the papers based on keywords and all. I believe UPSC also has something like keywords. So you give your answer in points and I mean, like, this is my style. You can come up with your own style, which is paras or points. But the thing is, come straight to the point. Like, if there is any question about how do you tackle the problem of food security in India, don't go back in 1960s. They started this. They are trying to do this. Don't write it for half the page or write it for one line. 1960s heralded the era of green revolution. Full stop. Then come to the point. How will you tackle the food security? Move on. Next point. Next point. Climate resilient agriculture, this drought resilient agriculture. You move to the points immediately. So that would be my advice. Follow a structured pattern. So all these I learned in my second attempt only. How to structure the question answers, how to increase value by drawing diagrams, flow charts, maps, and all that. So if it is like any map based questions, like anything, I was sure to put an India map and write something. So I want that every single mark where we can get. So that was my altered strategy in second attempt.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you. And again, the same questions have been repeated again and again, but we have given answers for it. So அது பிரச்சனை இருக்காது. How do you study maps? அதான் அதுக்கப்புறம் எப்படி நீங்க பேப்பர் படிச்சீங்க எல்லாமே கேட்பேன். What pen, what pencil? Okay. Thank you, Aishwarya. I think now time is up 6:55. 7 o'clock இது சொல்லியிருந்தீங்கல்ல. Yeah, thank you for spending 1 hour with us. And once again, we are very much delighted to have you in this online platform. Again, before mains and post mains, we'll have a session so that in a new set of aspirants வந்துருவாங்க. Again, we are starting other batches also. So அவங்களும் செஷனுக்குள்ள வந்துருவாங்க. அதுவும் பார்ப்போம் next time ஆகும். Okay, thank you very much, Aishwarya.
I think people are asking about Labasna. Just tell them about the training.
Sure.
I'll tell them, sir.
Thank you.
Like, yes, sir.
Sure.
So first, you will get a letter, and in that letter it will say your rank, service, everything. Now in academy they have started a new thing where all the services come together for foundation course. Before they used to divide half services in Missouri and half services in Hyderabad, MCR HRD. Now Honorable Prime Minister had made sure that all the services come together in Missouri. So nearly 700 candidates, they come to Missouri for the foundation course. We stay there for 3 months, and we have a different curriculum, like whatever we had prepared for UPSC only, but then more suited with the ground reality, like public administration, management classes, and then we'll have extracurriculars focusing on India's cultural diversity and uniqueness. So that is foundation course. Once the foundation course is over, the different services go to their parent academy. For example, IPS goes to their National Police Academy in Hyderabad, IRS goes to their NADT in Pune and Nagpur. Then railway services go to Vadodara, but right now there's no railway service. They have made it into IRMS. So different services go to their academy. Audit and account services go to Shimla. IAS officers stay in Labasna, and then they continue 3 more months of training. It is called phase 1 training. So there also we have specific subjects, and again extracurriculars and language classes, because I got into Tamil Nadu cadre, so mine was Tamil language. So if I got into Maharashtra cadre, I would be reading Marathi language. language. So this is what happens in phase 1. Then you have 1 year of district training, where you will be put in the district as assistant collector under training, and you will be learning all the matters of the department, different departments, functioning of administration, how the collector functions and all that. You will be attached to the collector. You'll be learning about district, and then after this 1 year of district training, you will be sent back to Labasta for phase 2 experience sharing, where people from different cadre will be sharing their experiences on law and order, on development. And this time we had classes on flagship schemes, the different Jal Jeevan Mission, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, all these schemes, how it is there in different states implementation. We had a session. Then now after this, we will be posted as assistant secretaries in different ministries of government of India to know the functioning of central government. This is for a period of 3 months, and after this, we'll be posted as sub collector. So this once this assistant training is over, you will be no longer you will be a probationer, you will be an officer. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Motivation
கேட்டிருந்தீங்களா? அதான் motivation பாத்துக்கோங்க. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for having me, sir. And it is
sure. கண்டிப்பா. நாங்கலாம் என்ன சொல்றது, we have been delighted to have you.
Oh, sir, it's such a good memory to see you back. Sir is my history teacher, and he used to teach very well.
Thank you, Aishwarya.
All those classes. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Waiting for another session. கண்டிப்பா மறுபடியும் வரும்.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.